Hello everyone, this is Dr. Alex Avila with Love University, and we're back. I'm an author, psychologist, and speaker. Every week we talk about how to love ourselves, others, and a higher nature, how to improve our careers, spirituality, health, finances, and love. And today we're continuing in the series called Invincible You, based on my book of the same name, Invincible You, Discover Your Inner Power and Achieve Your Heart's Desires. And the key is to transform our pain into power, our sadness into joy and success. Today's topic is something that I think is very pertinent to a lot of people, especially if things haven't gone well in your life and you're maybe a little older now. And it is called, It's Never Too Late to Win Big. I often hear these words when I talk about changing and improving people's lives. They say, it's too late for me. I've made too many mistakes in my life. I can't change my circumstances. I'm too old. If you believe that, then I have some good news for you. It is never too late. You may say that you've made too many mistakes, that you're too far down in life to ever get off the ground. You may say you're a drug or alcohol addict. You may say you've been stuck so many years in the wrong relationship or job. You may argue that you've done too many wrong and shameful things in your life. You have hurt too many people. Most of all, you have hurt yourself and wasted your potential. You say, I can never recapture the time I have lost. I have lost the game. If you think like that, here's something that is going to totally change your thinking today. If you truly believe this phrase, no matter how far you have fallen down into the well of despair, you can still look up and see the stars. You can still see the hope of life where you are right now, at this very moment. It's never too late. It's never too late means that it doesn't matter how old you are. You can still have a happy and successful life, regardless of how many disappointments and frustrations you have experienced. Research in brain plasticity shows us that we can emotionally rewire our brains even as we get older. In a study cited in the Journal of Psychology, it was found that changes in brain chemistry and performance are associated with lifestyle choices such as maintaining a positive outlook. What this means is that even if you're older or have failed before, you can still rewire your brain by adding more positive thoughts and emotions into your life on a daily basis. It doesn't matter how many times you have to strike a match before it ignites. Once it ignites, the fire will burn. It's time now to ignite the fire of your life. You can change your life with a new set of behaviors that will help you grow your positivity muscles, your ability to be positive and helpful to yourself and others on a daily basis. Just like you exercise your physical muscles, you can also increase your ability to be confident and optimistic in the face of adversity and negative people and situations. Begin today. Smile. Pay a stranger a compliment. Help an elderly person with their groceries. Count your blessings. Meditate while imagining that you're spreading loving kindness to your community. Although these may seem like simple actions that some of us do anyways, the key is to have conscious awareness that you are expressing kindness and positivity toward others. By doing these simple acts of love, extending a positive and life-affirming energy to others, you start to make inner changes in your brain chemistry. You think in more positive ways. You are grateful that you can help others, which in turn increases your self-confidence and belief that you are a positive influence in the world. Many people, unfortunately, feel like imposters in their lives. They try to be good and kind and nice, but they also realize how petty, impatient, and angry they can be inside their own minds. This disparity causes them to experience pain and makes them feel like they're not worthy of love and joy. As a result, they project their inner sense of unworthiness outwardly into the world. And the world returns the favor in the form of broken relationships, missed opportunities, and a general sense of dissatisfaction and deprivation. And they feel more angry and frustrated at how the world and other people have treated them. Eventually, they may even give up on love, on life, on happiness. The good news is that there is another part of your mind, the invincible mind, that is positive, life-affirming, and powerful. This part is full of compassion, gratitude, love, confidence, and goodwill. Although it may be small at the beginning of your invincible journey, it can grow in power. By releasing your loving energy outwardly to others and the world, you begin to express the hidden elements of your invincibility you have covered up until now. You will bring more creativity, energy, resilience, longevity, and happiness into your life as you do this. Soon you will be on the way toward your true state of mind, invincibility. What does it mean to be invincible? It means that you're able to defeat outside enemies or circumstances, as well as the negativities of your own mind. At its core essence, invincibility is a state of continual elevation and freedom in which you're free of adverse thoughts and emotions. When you're psychologically invincible in the way we're describing, you are confident, loving, and successful. Sadly, many of us are our own worst enemies when it comes to infecting our minds with negative thoughts, these self-defeating thoughts. These are the thoughts that are always interfering with our happiness and productivity. In your mind, you might have created self-condemning thoughts such as, I'm not good enough, smart enough, attractive enough, and so forth to succeed in life. I am doomed to failure. I can't win. With invincibility thinking, you start to reverse the old negativities, and you learn how to harness these maladaptive inner voices for your own use and power. Best of all, you can begin to create positive mental forces, also known as invincible thoughts. The simple truth is that no matter how much you have suffered or lost in the past, you can still create a mind full of positive thought forces. You can have invincibility right now. You can have both mental and environmental mastery. You can live with passion, purpose, and power. Now, here are some simple rules to help you implement this invincibility into your life. Rule number 1, transform pain into power. The first step is to recognize that everything you have called pain in your past is simply an energy stimulus, something that evokes a reaction. What happened to you in the past is nothing but leftover energy, an old mental imprint that you can transmute or change to help your personal growth and advancement. You can take the energy that you used to call pain and turn it into an unstoppable force for good, growth, and healing. In other words, you can learn how to transform your pain into power, to apply the lessons learned from mistakes and obstacles, and initiate a fresh beginning in your life. In this way, you can take the energy that you used to call pain or defeat and turn it into an unstoppable force for good, growth, and healing. For example, let's say you've had a setback in your career or business. You lost a job or your business went bankrupt. As a consequence, you may fall into sadness or depression, a dark and gloomy state in which you don't want to do anything. You just want to stay home and sleep. Although this depressed state is painful, you can also consider it to be a quiet and reflective time that you can use as a form of meditative guidance. Since depression has slowed down your mental movements, you have time to reflect on what really matters to you. You can go deeper into your thoughts and feelings, perhaps with the help of a good coach or therapist, and you can learn about what you really want in life, what you need to do to move towards your deepest desires. When you're feeling sad or down, here's an exercise you can do to turn your sadness into joy. The exercise is called Imagine Your Best Future. Find a comfortable and private place, perhaps in your room, backyard, or somewhere in nature. Sit quietly with your eyes closed. Inhale deeply through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Now imagine what your ideal future would be like 5 years, 10 years, and 15 years from today if you attain what you want in your career, relationships, and life experiences. Take another deep breath and visualize what you will look like, what you will be doing, where you will be, who will be around you, and how you will be feeling in the ideal future. When you open your eyes, write down what you experienced and felt in this ideal future. Perhaps you see yourself with a loving partner and family doing the work you love and spending time with the people you care about. You see yourself as attractive, successful, healthy, and happy in this ideal future. By doing this exercise, you will be able to transform your past by mentally creating a future of excellence. With so much to look forward to, you will no longer be bound by the pain and regret of the past. The painful past will lose its hold over your thoughts and feelings because your future is now. Rule number 2 is to learn from the greats who overcame adversity. No matter how low you have sunk in life, in your finances, personal habits, or self-confidence, you can still harness that amazing power of focus and motivation. You can do this by studying the noble examples of those special individuals who have triumphed over great adversity. Here are some examples. Marla Runyon, the first blind athlete to qualify for the U.S. Olympics. She also earned her master's degree in special education and taught blind children in schools. Stephen Hawking, a prolific scientist and author who lost his ability to speak or move due to ALS disease and did groundbreaking work in physics and cosmology. Another great example is Malala Yousafzai, a Pakistani woman who was shot in the head by a political group and became a global advocate for human rights, women's rights, and the right to education. At the age of 17, she became the youngest Nobel Peace Prize winner, co-recipient of the 2014 Nobel Peace Prize. Another example, Nick Vujicic was born with no arms and no legs due to an extremely rare congenital disease. He became an internationally recognized author, motivational speaker, and evangelist. Married to a lovely, able-bodied woman, he had 4 beautiful, healthy children and shared his inspirational story around the world. There are many more people like these that have done great things in their life. You can learn from these achievers who have overcome great obstacles by reading their books, listening to their podcasts and videos, and gaining wisdom from their lives. By modeling their unrelenting dedication to a higher cause despite problems and setbacks, you will also be able to reenact their excellence and contentment while experiencing it in your own way. There are also many stories of influential and productive people who started later in life, resilient individuals who overcame pain and failure to leave a lasting legacy. Find an individual who resonates with you, an esteemed figure who has been successful at doing something you're interested in. Study their lives. If they are historical figures, read their books and watch videos about them. If they're alive, contact them personally and see if you can connect with them. Interact by email, phone, or in person. If, for example, you love the world of finance, find an investment specialist or renowned money expert with whom you can discuss market updates, trends, and portfolios. If you're into art, look up an artist that you admire and study their work. Go to their exhibits. If you want to be a great parent, have lunch with a mature couple who have successfully raised children and grandchildren. If they're also happy in their marriage after many years, you will want to learn their secrets. Interview them as if you're writing a blog and ask them about their keys to marital bliss and successful parenthood. Regardless of what type of field or expertise you want to develop or explore, remember that experts often like to pass along their knowledge and wisdom to help the next generation. If you make an attempt to connect with them, chances are you will receive a positive response from one of your admirable teachers, and they will want to help you improve your life as well. By applying the wisdom that they teach you, you can begin to progress and overcome any obstacles that stand in your way. And finally, rule number 3, keep walking forward. When you get discouraged about taking a step backward into your old bad habits and self-defeating thinking, consider this. If you take 2 steps backward and 1 step forward, you are still making progress. If your overall movement is forward, you are still getting to where you want to be. The problem is that many times you may be too hard on yourself for your mistakes. You chastise yourself about not being able to change your negative habits, but getting caught up with the same harmful people. Stop right now. Recognize that you are walking forward despite your mistakes. You are on the right path to invincibility. As you walk forward toward your inner growth, you may have a combination of excitement and trepidation. Part of your mind is eager to live a happy and healthier life and wants to move forward. Another part, the self-defeating one, is skeptical, doubtful, and fearful. The self-defeating part of your mind doubts that you can have the willpower or dedication to work on yourself. It tells you to postpone your inner work because it will be too hard. As your doubts increase, it warns you, let's wait until you're ready to start making changes in your life. Things are too stressful right now. You don't have the energy and strength to do anything big. Let's wait until the kids are growing up. You save more money. You're psychologically ready to make a move. On and on, the self-defeating mind will tell you to wait, postpone, and procrastinate. But that is wrong advice. If you wait until tomorrow to make a positive change in your life, tomorrow will never come because there will always be another reason, another excuse for not taking positive action. And most of that revolves around the fear of failure or rejection. Once you just start increasing your personal power and emotional strength, the answer is simple. Start now. It's never too late to make a positive change in your life. Begin today to raise your level of emotional and psychological power so you can make an improvement in your state of mind, even a small one at first. In fact, one small step in your favor in the direction of your invincibility is another step away from your past follies, regrets, and embarrassments. The more you walk toward your own invincibility, the more wonders you will see. It may seem difficult or challenging at first, but you will see that the path becomes easier the more steps you take toward your inner development. Your invincible mind education is like riding a bicycle for the first time. In the beginning, you may have fallen down a few times, but eventually, bike riding became an automatic and enjoyable process for you. You grew into the bicycle and it became natural for you. In the same way, you will grow into becoming an invincible person. It will become natural for you as well. You will grow every time you work on yourself by reading a self-help book, attending a personal development lecture, or listening to a transformational CD or podcast. You will make progress whenever you practice the principles you are listening and learning here. Before long, you will realize that you are winning big. You are reaching that state of invincibility in which nothing can harm or bother you. Success is your every step. How do you know when you're winning big? When you no longer think about success and happiness, when you are success and happiness. It's like this. When a sea creature lives in the ocean, it doesn't need to worry about a lack of water. It has everything it needs. Be the person who lives in your own psychological ocean. You are an invincible person who has everything you need to live with total freedom, creativity, and love. Make your life bigger every day until it is so big that nothing can stop you. Always remember that it's never too late to win big and live joyfully. Keep these steps in mind as you master the challenges of life and reach your highest potential. The 3 steps are: transform your pain into power, learn from the greats who overcame adversity, and keep walking forward. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter what you've experienced in life, how much you failed, how many regrets you have. You can overcome them. You can reach your highest pinnacle of excellence, of invincibility, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And it's never too late to win big. So, Love University students, go out this week and tell yourself, it's never too late to win big. I can go out, I can achieve my dreams in my finances, career, relationship, health, spirituality, lifestyle. I can help other people do the same. I can be a mentor for others, or I can be someone who learns from other people who already have achieved what I want to achieve. And ultimately, I will express love without expectation, because that is the greatest secret of all. And the more you do that, the more power you will have internally, the more you will help others, and the more legacy you will create. Love University students, if you want to reach us with questions, comments, or be on the show, you can reach us at loveuniversity.love, loveuniversitylove@gmail.com, 310-226-8090. You can like us on Facebook at Love University Podcast. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Love_U Podcast. You can subscribe to us on Podbean, Spotify, iTunes, and SoundCloud. If you want a copy of Invincible You, the book, you can pick one up on Amazon.com, BarnesandNobles.com. And I think this book can really help you change your life. If you apply these principles of inner invincibility, you can transform the negative sides of your mind to the positives and have more confidence, joy, and motivation. So until next time, Love University students, we'll continue on this path to higher love, higher invincibility. Put away your notebooks, your iPads, your phones. This is Dr. Avila, Love University.